Derivation of section formula. So let's make number line here. Let's A and B be two cities which is divided by C. We know the coordinates of A, that is x1, y1, x comma y, x2 comma y2. So this line is divided by n1 is 2, m2. Let's make perpendicular from A and C. A and C. So this angle become 90 degree. Let's give the name this point and this one D and E. Now we are making external line from E and C. This external line from E and C. So this angle corresponds to angle C. Now we'll find the distance between A to E. Now E to E distance will be x minus x1, and this y minus y1. Again here x2 minus x, y2 minus y. In triangle AEC and triangle BDC, angle A equals to angle C. Corresponding angles. Angle E equals to angle D, 90 degree. Triangle AEC similar to triangle BDC. Now AC divided by BC, because AC divided by BC hypotenuse, and this is a base, this is perpendicular. AE divided by CD. CD equals to, now perpendicular, that is CE divided by BD. From 1 and 2 we get, let's give as a 1, 2, and this becomes 3. From 1 and 2 we get AC, we have M1 divided by BC, what we have here, BC, M2, N2, AE, we have x minus x1 divided by CD, x2 minus x. So by doing cross multiplication, M1, x2 minus x, M2, x minus x1. So N1 x2 minus M1 x equals to M2 x minus M2 x1, which implies that M1 x2 minus m1 x equals to m2x minus m2x1. So here m1 x2 plus m2 x1 equals to m2x plus m1x. So here what we'll get here, we don't see any common here. We'll write like this, m1 x2 plus m2 x1, and we'll find common x, isn't it? So m2 plus m1, so which implies that m1 x2 plus m2 x1, so x m1 plus m2 we can write, isn't it? Or x m1 plus m2 equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1, x equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. This is our first equation. Now from 1 and 3 we get AC divided by BC equals to EC divided by BD. So AC, what we have? AC we have M1 divided by BC we have M2. EC we have y1 minus y minus y1 divided by BD we have y2 minus y. So by doing cross multiplication, we have to do cross multiplication. We'll do the cross multiplication here. So m1 y2 minus y, m2 y minus y1, which implies that m1 y2 minus m1 y equals to m2 y minus m2 y1. So m1 y2 plus m2 y1 equals to m2 y plus m1 y. I am arranging like terms and unlike terms. So m1 y2 plus m2 y1 equals to y m2 plus m1, or y m1 plus m2 equals to m1 y2 plus m2 y1. Now y m1 plus m2 equals to m1 y2 plus m2 y1. So y equals to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. This is our second equation from section formula.